Oh yeah, that's the sound of incoming joy. For sure. Incoming joy. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to do something. Let's turn on that. And then on, and on. Because we should have ourselves a day 35 horde, and I hear dart traps firing at someone. I don't know who. Oh, you, madam. You're wasting a bunch of dart traps, don't you know? This is kind of delicate here. If I wanted to stick my neck outside the door, I guess I need to turn off things. So here, where's my upper? This is the... Wait, blade, that's the upper one. Okay. So those two stopped. Okay, great, good, perfect. You know what? Here, just to be safe, close that door behind us. Yeah, I think what happened here is the zombies are idiots, and they're going where they're not supposed to, and that's okay. I think what we're going to have is a very, very broken horde. By the way, my toes are just not out of... or just barely out of reach. Anyway, since we got nothing going on here right now other than these guys being big old dummies, let me turn on my camera just for the giggles and grab my Molotov cocktails just for the giggles. And let's take a moment to talk about how I have nothing useful to say right now. Like, literally, there's nothing going on. I mean, nothing useful about the game, perhaps. I mean, you might notice I have a cat right here. She's using my Go XLR as her pillow. It's kind of funny, the other week, I think it was last week, she used the Stream Deck as a pillow, so she had her head kind of draped over this way so that, you know, head is facing me, and she was just like really draped over like this. She gagged herself. Like, she's so weird. She's such a weird cat. Like, no joke, she's just a weird cat. I got my other cat with me. Standard recording cat, tertiary recording cat. I don't know, there's literally nothing going on. This is a horde. This is a horde, people. This is a horde. I don't have a scene set up for large camera in tiny game, but there's nothing going on, and I bet I could switch over to OBS right now and set all this stuff up on the fly, and it would be totally fine. That's kind of my guess right now. Oh, look at that. Can I hide? Can I hide this one? Because I'm never ever going to use that? Perfect. I'm actually making adjustments to OBS right now because there's nothing going on. I mean, everyone, I think what's happened here is that everyone has spawned inside, except for a few of them that are over here outside. I think most of them have spawned inside, so there's really nothing going on. I do kind of like this lighting, though, this nice, warm lighting. Although I think it does tank the FPS to do that a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, that costs a few frames, but that's not bad. We can afford them. I mean, this version of the game runs reasonably well compared to some. Oh, football player, how everyone misses the... At least according to Reddit. Yep. Oh, I hear someone getting electrocuted. Congratulations, I think you might be the first. Oh, and you are also the second. At least someone's getting some use out of this crap. Adam. Oh, look at all these zombies just crawling their way up. Oh, look at that, we might have... Never mind. I thought we were going to have our first competitor on. I took... let's see, what is it? I used to be a zombie until I took a blade trap to the... to the something? Oh, come on. There's literally nothing happening. We need it to hit 12 o'clock so that the zombies can change direction and maybe get something more interesting going on here. I mean, this is just nothing but red-hot fiery disappointment is what this is. In fact, I'm just going to stop and reload the SMG because I got nothing better to do. I mean, is there anyone out here? There's no one out here. If I switch to this guy, we can see... No, that's right, we can't do that. I knew that. I remembered that. Okay. Big man, how you doing? Do you want to climb up here? Climb up the corpse chute. You know you can do it. There you go. So, back to useless stuff that has nothing to do with anything. I think on the last one I turned on the camera and I made some noise about, like, my lights aren't turning on. So right up here, this is to my left, and your right, I guess. I don't know. My left, I have my lamp in my room, like my actual floor lamp, that has a bunch of hue lights in there because, you know, that's just what I use in the office because I like to do things like, you know, open up the Hue app and, oh, hold on, I might need to play. Maybe. And, you know, I like to do things like maybe change the color. You probably can't see that one very well. What if I do that? Oh, there you go. You could briefly see the color change there. What if I do this one? And, no, a little bit. You can't really see much. That one? Nah, yeah. You can't really make it out. It just kind of, it is what it is. So, ooh, that one's bright. Normally, these lights blind the crap out of me whenever I turn on the camera. Because, you know, I have it set in my Stream Deck that when I turn on the camera, it turns on my key light, which is right up above here, straight up above my monitor. Like, literally right above my camera. So that thing turns on so that, you know, you can actually see the cat, because you don't care about me. I recognize that, and my feelings are not in the slightest bit hurt. It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, so my light will usually turn on, and I have it programmed so that my Hue lights come on. And they don't come on anymore, so it's just broken. Yeah, Stream Deck is broken. Removed the plugin. Reinstalled it, installed a newer version that is not even in the store. It's only on GitHub. A bunch of people seem to say, yeah, this works because you can input an IP address manually to your hub. It seems to be what's happening here. I mean, literally, I've got nothing going on, so I'm just going to spend the time talking about my setup because literally I have nothing better to do right now. But, yeah, it seems to be the going theory is that when you go to add the hub in the Stream Deck software, what it's doing is it's actually pinging Philips, since Philips makes the Hue lights, it's pinging their server, even though the device, the actual hub that controls the lights, is literally in your home. It goes out to the internet to ping that to bounce back to your home. And the going thought is that the Stream Decks are just blowing up their servers and have been for some time now, which is weird because people seem to have had this problem for ages, and for me it literally just started today. It was working fine last week, but today it's not, so I mean, whatever. So the new version that's not in the store but is available on GitHub lets you, instead of just click a button to say, you know, go find my hub, you can type in your IP address of your hub. So I mean, if you know your IP address, for me it's, you know, log into my router software, there it is, boom, easily identified because I use sidebar. I use an Amplify Alien. If you're in the need for a new router and you don't need something that's like crazy over the top, like full-on professional, this is something you would find, you know, like in a big office building sort of thing, but you also want to go a little better than the traditional kind of consumer router, the Amplify Alien is fantastic. It's really expensive if you're trying to set up a mesh option because it's not really necessarily meant to do mesh. Like, it doesn't have a bunch of small repeaters. You'd basically have to go buy another Alien and set that up as a repeater, which they're pretty expensive. Like, just straight up, they're pretty expensive. But I've recommended them to multiple friends, and everyone I know who uses one is very happy with it. So, anyway, sidebar. I was able to log into my Alien app, and there it is. I have all my devices labeled. Very nice and easy. Got icons on them, so type in my QBridge IP address, and then, you know, hit the buttons, and then you got to hit a button on the bridge, and then the Stream Deck software is like, cool, bridge added. And then you look at where the bridge is listed in the Stream Deck software, and it says no bridge. So you go and you do it again, and it says bridge added. And you look, and there's no bridge. So then you go and you add it again, because you're sure you must have done it right twice, so surely you can do it right a third time. And it says bridge added, and then you're like, oh, thank goodness, until you look and you realize it says there's no bridge, and then you just pick this thing up and you throw it away because it's just a piece of crap. I don't know, I got nothing. Like, I got nothing, seriously. There is nothing happening here. This is by far the worst video I have ever created. Hands down, 100%, this is the worst video I've ever created. I have turned into a, what are they called, a vlogger? A video blogger? A vlogger? Is that what the kids say? A vlogger? I think that's what the kids used to say, and they don't anymore. Talking so much, I need to take a break here and drink some water. I'm gonna hit my mute button so you don't hear me drinking. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's just water. I mean, now that I use my Sennheiser mic, this thing is super sensitive. I mean, I can probably bring it down into the camera. There it is, right there. That's my Sennheiser mic. I mean, technically this is the windscreen and the mic is actually back here somewhere, but yeah. The good old noise as I adjust my boom arm and all that jazz. Nah, this mic is super duper sensitive. Do not recommend using. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the sound of it. I think it's fantastic. But getting a little warm here, so I'm just gonna take off my duster here. There we go. That's a little better. Was starting to feel a little overheated. Even though technically still below standard human temperature. Whatever, minor details. I mean, literally, I've got nothing to do here. Although the good thing about this microphone is because it's a shotgun mic, I can basically move it around a little bit and it picks me up just fine. I mean, I am definitely leaning back in my chair because there is nothing happening here. Not a thing happening. I mean, this is just hot garbage is what this is. I mean, I don't know. I got nothing. We're getting 0 experience for this, which is why I don't like traps. And, yeah. I got nothing. I got nothing. I mean, I'm really tempted right now to do what I said earlier and go make that adjustment on the stream. Not the stream, on OBS. Set up a new scene here right quick. It'd take a minute, and that's kind of the ugly part, is you'd have, like, some downtime, but I mean, I got nothing going on, so here, if I duplicate this one, and then we go, call it a big camera, so I can go, I'm now on this scene, and you didn't see me change it, because I think when you're creating a scene, OBS doesn't put in, like, it doesn't actually do the transition, because I do have transition set up, believe it or not. So let's see, if we grab, let's get rid of that one. I need to grab this one, so I've got to unlock everything now. So let's grab this one, and let's do this. Okay, I'm gonna just relocate this over here-ish, just because I kind of like this location over here a little better. That looks pretty good. That's a little too big. Let's bring it back a little bit, and then let's see. We need to have this one. Okay, this looks like that lines up pretty well. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh no, you're like that. Okay, I was looking at one thing, not the other. My bad. And then this one. Let's go ahead and drag you over here. Remember where I normally have this now, because, you know, I'm just kind of doing dumb things now. Here, let's maybe blow that up a little bit, and we'll put it right there in the corner. That looks great. And then I don't even remember which game window this is. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Check that out. Okay, so here, let's grab this one, and we're gonna do this. And there you go. That works pretty well. So you don't normally get to see my background that I have set up on OBS. This is kind of my generic background that I have in everything, because, you know, everyone should have a background set up in OBS if they're using that, because otherwise, you know, you don't want to show certain things, right? We gotta be careful about this. So that's my background. It's my cats. I miss alternate recording cat. It is what it is. It's almost 4 a.m. I don't even have the game window focused right now. Like, I'm playing the game in a 1440p window, like a 2K resolution window, because I kind of got tired of playing it at full screen. Like, this is so inside baseball right now that there's nothing interesting that I'm saying, so I'm just trying to come up with crap to fill time. But I've said before, I have a very large monitor, and if recent update to OBS hadn't killed NDI, and if I had actually gone through and installed a newer version that still works, I could turn on my phone to use an NDI camera to bounce back to OBS, so I could kind of show you my setup here, but I can't. And then my camera here, I can't really pull that off and move it around. There's not enough give on that to do that. But I have a 48-inch TV as my monitor, so I use an LG TV as my monitor. So when I'm playing full screen, like, you maybe can't appreciate how far this is when, like, you know, like my hands here, as I'm just holding my arms without moving them around, is, you know, that's how big the screen is. It's very large. So sometimes it's a lot of game at once when it's full screen, but at a 1440p, you know, 2K size window, it's a pretty good size still. It takes up most of the screen, but it leaves a good chunk along the sides and bottom that, you know, I can kind of play with and really just kind of still see what's going on. Like if I'm trying to monitor OBS, or if I'm trying to pay attention to Discord, or maybe if I have a task manager open so I can see general computer usage, that sort of stuff. Oh, this is awful. The worst part about this, look at that, man. That's my stinger. That's my transition. Is that hot stuff or what? Oh, I totally broke this now. I can't... I can't turn my camera back on because the camera over here is still on this one. So I have to go and lock all this business. And then I got to turn the camera off on that one so I can go back to this one where my camera still won't turn on. That's a bummer. Is it on that one? No, it's still off over here. Sweet, I totally broke my camera. That's excellent. All right, can I try that? I don't know, I guess I gotta fix this stuff. Well, no sense being blinded by the light. I'm not revved up like a deuce another runner in the night. Oh my gosh, guys. All right, I'm gonna stop wasting ammunition because that's precious commodity right now. So here, let's turn that on. Oh, I turned that off somehow. How did I turn that off? I didn't even know I turned off the dart traps. My bad. Well, here, we don't really need this running because we can go solve the problem on our own. I genuinely have no clue what happened here. I mean, I have a really good guess. I'm just going to put that guy right there for now, just so we can kind of take care of these guys. And then you over here, you're going to have problems, so can I steer you into more spikes? No. Yes, okay. Somehow, these guys managed to dodge both remaining mines, and they have destroyed all of the spikes we had over here, which admittedly weren't very many. And they have completely destroyed the spike that was right here. Like, it's literally gone. And then the steel spikes that are remaining, can we see how damaged they are? Barely. Barely. And then how many darts did you fire? About 90 darts. Okay. This right here is hands down the worst video I've ever created. And if you like content like this, then you should go support me on patreon.com/whatever it is. I don't know. Link's at the end of the video, because you know what? I'm done. Catch you next one. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later. What a mess.